blue sheep. Welcome back to our classroom. Today, I'll be teaching about sequences. First, find the pattern in the numbers. There are 4 main types that you will find in these. For example, 3, 5, 7, and 9. You can tell that the difference is adding 2. Or the opposite, 26, 24, 22, and then 20, which is minusing 2. The other example is 2, 6, 18, and 54. Clearly, you can tell that it is multiplying by 3. Another main type is 100, 10, 1, and 0.1. This, you can tell, is dividing it by 10. So the 4 main types are addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Sometimes there are patterns that follow a different rule, that is changing difference. You probably don't need to worry about this, but if it does come up, just describe the pattern in which difference changes to figure out the next term. By term, I mean number. You'll often be asked to find an expression for the nth term of a sequence. This is just a formula with n as the unknown number, like 4n minus 2, for example. Sequences. Always check your formula by putting in the first few values of n. For example, find an expression for the nth term of the sequence that starts 5, 8, 11, 14. The n is 1, 2, 3, and 4. N is just in which order the numbers come up. And the term is 5, 8, 11, and 14. The difference, you can tell, is 3. And since the common difference is 3, it must be in the formula. So then, multiply n by 3. So then, you have to multiply all the terms inside of it by 3. So then, it will be 3n is 3, 6, 9, and 12. From 3n to the term, you have to add 2 to get to it. So then the formula must be 3n plus 2. The other, and in my opinion easier, method is just learning the formula. The formula is a plus brackets n minus 1 multiplied by d. A is the first term in the sequence. D is the common difference. N can just stay as n forever. You might be given the nth term and asked if a certain value is in the sequence. The trick to these types of questions is to set the expression to be equal to that value. Then solve for n. If n is a whole number, it is in the sequence. But if it's a fraction or a decimal number, then it is not in the sequence, unless the sequence is in decimal points. But you get the idea. Now, I'll give you a few questions to test how well you understood me. Number 1, a sequence starts with 2, 9, 16, and 23. 1a is find an expression for the nth term of this sequence. Use your expression to find the 8th term of the sequence. Is 67 a term in the sequence? Explain your answer. The answers are, the expression is 7n minus 5. The 8th term is 51, and 67 is not in the sequence because 7n minus 5 equals 63 does not result in an integer value of n. And that is it for today's video. Please like and subscribe if you learned something new. 3, 2, 1.